I'll start off. I wanted to ask you about Niara's play. She had 4 blocks today, but especially that play in the fourth quarter. Atlanta goes on a run to cut the deficit to 4 for them, and then Niara's guarding Breezy in a double team and then comes off and blocks Brittany Griner. Just what did you see on that play, and just how is that emblematic of the extra effort she was making tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you never really question Niara's effort. She always gives everything that she has to give offensively, defensively, and obviously she had her hands full. All of our posted with just how dominant they were inside, but that was a huge stop for us. I mean, her ability to get out of the double team, and I wasn't going to be much help contesting BG, so it was nice that Niara came in and kind of saved the day. But it's just a testament to all her hard work, and when she's healthy, I mean, that's what she does. She kind of moves like a guard. Like, you're able to see her bring the ball up, the way she's able to get out of those pick and rolls and move. She's just so quick and explosive as a post player, and it helps us on both ends.
Seb, over the past 2 years, this team has now won 3 games where the other team has at least 16 more free throw attempts than them. So the rest of the league only has 3. So what can you say about what can you say about a stat like that? How does it define this team's culture, and what does it say about the grit, determination, and identity of this group?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we don't have to keep getting in these situations, but I think it just shows a group who's kind of just hard-nosed and doesn't really let the officiating get to us. I mean, we've never complained about the officials, the foul count, and I think that's something we pride ourselves on, like in this locker room, is not pointing the finger at anybody else and understanding it is what it is, and you got to just find a way to win. And that's kind of out of your control. Like, what the officials call, what they don't call is out of your control. All you can do is try and put yourself in the best position to succeed, and I feel like we really played through it tonight. Understanding, obviously, there was a huge foul discrepancy, but we never let that, be the reason why we're sitting here in media now and just, talking about the refs. Like, it's not about them. It's about us, and wanting to find a way to be able to play through it, and at some point, hopefully, we'll be on the other end of it.
Sabrina, you carry like a heavy scoring burden for this team, obviously, but on a night when maybe the shot's not going or falling for you, for Leo to kind of step up and be as efficient as she was, have a career night like she did, I mean, how much relief does that give you to kind of know, like, okay, even if I'm not having my night, like, there's so many other people that can step up?
Yeah, I mean, that's how the makeup of this team is. It's like anyone's night, at any point. And obviously there in the fourth when I got in, they were like sending 2 to me, and Tosh got an open layup, Leo got an open layup. Like, understanding there's some games where I just have to use my gravity to be able to open up the floor for someone else. And it's not about me and what the scoreboard says, but it's just about us, and understanding if they're going to try and deny and send to the ball and not let me get any looks, someone else is going to be open. And for me, I'm always super happy when I'm able to see that, because it's just great for our team. Like, it gives other people open looks and an opportunity to be ready and stay ready. And Leo and I think everyone, honestly, who came in and contributed, like Marine came off super aggressive, and KB hit a huge 3 for us, Niara hit a huge 3. Like, I think everyone just kind of was able to get into a rhythm because they had open looks.
Oh, go on. Yes, of course. You seem to add something every season. You've always been a fantastic passer and had vision. This season, the bounce pass off the dribble, is that something that you've paid attention to or worked on, or the timing and synergy with your teammates, in particular with Stewie, too?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, passing has always been part of my game, but I'd say, like, the level of difficulty that I'm able to get these passes off, I think last year I wasn't really doing it as consistently as I have been this year, like understanding out of a double team, out of a trap, out of transition, the no-look passes that I'm able to get to. I think I had one with Stewie and Niara, tonight, is just helping, like, our team in general. And for me, I think it's that understanding of how effective I can be as a passer, and being able to kind of take accountability of knowing, like, I want to put my teammates in the best position every single night. And obviously scoring's great, but I'd say my passing ability is always something I've been able to hang my hat on, and obviously I think was able to do tonight as well.
Sabrina, what did you think was the turning point that sort of, changed everything for the group?
I mean, Leo's back-to-back threes were huge, but I'd say on the defensive end, it was we got stops, and that was the biggest thing. I would say, like, the way that Izzy was fighting and trying to, one and done and not letting him get second chance opportunities. But Leo's threes were huge. Marine's three was huge after, and then they called a timeout. So all these kind of plays in turn is a huge momentum shifter. And then you're able to see the crowd, like it was really loud and maybe startled them a little bit. And for us, it was like we used that energy to our advantage because the crowd was super in it and helped us tonight.
How much do you feel like you guys really needed a win like today that, it wasn't a pretty first half, but the way that you were able to make a total 180 in the second half and pull out a really gritty win?
We're trying to get as many wins as we can until we get JJ back. Every one of these wins is super important. Obviously, Atlanta's a great team and a tough matchup for us when we don't have our big, in JJ. Like, we knew it was going to be tough. Obviously, their plan was to get into the paint. Like, they knew how they could beat us and how that was going to be really effective for them. And, at halftime, we kind of came in understanding, like, this is their game plan and we got to be able to take them out of it. And so to see how quickly we were able to adjust, and, Izzy, Niara, Stewie, KB, like, fought really hard, in order to get those stops. And this is a huge win for us against a really good team.
A few more?
Sabrina, sorry. Tonight is obviously sneakerhead night. There was a big Sabrina 3 activation. I wanted to know if you got a chance to go check out the activation, and will you be debuting them on All-Star Weekend?
I wasn't able to go up there. I think it would have been a little dangerous. But I sent my family, and they went up there. I got so many pictures before the game of everything that they were able to do. And I think it's really cool to be able to, like, do it in your arena. Like, I've never been able to kind of be a part of that. It's always like you got to go out, do it at a Nike store. But I would say it's been really cool to see, like, us commit to being able to do it here in front of our home crowd. Obviously, every time I'm signing autographs, taking pictures, like, the fans have my shoes and are supporting me, and that means a lot to me. And so kind of being able to bring that side of something that's so important to me here at home means a lot. So hopefully I can just reminisce on the pictures that I saw. And I'm not sure the exact date yet. There's a whole, like, rollout and plan to when I'm going to be bringing them out, but definitely very soon here because they launch very soon.
Sabrina, Cindy told us that when you guys all met during halftime, she sort of said, "We are winning this game." I guess I'm just curious how much of a help that was and why you think that was an effective, tactic when it comes to just, her leadership as a coach.
Yeah, I hope she could say that every game and it just happens because that would be really nice. But I think it was just the belief in knowing we were going to make the adjustments that we needed. And I think that's kind of a huge emphasis in halftime is obviously we haven't been great in the third quarter, but I think in the last few games you've been able to see a shift in how we've come out in that second half with making the right adjustments. And obviously having a coach when you're down, I don't know what we were down, 13 at 11 at halftime, come in and just have that belief, like, stay steady, stay composed, like, we're going to win this game. And for us, obviously, like, we knew we were as well. Like, that was from the tip. We were talking about, wanting to come out here and win these games at home because it's huge with, the crowd behind us, and we never take that lightly. So obviously we know she believes in us and, kind of continuing to stick with it and weather the storm through these last few games.
Sabrina is someone who had. Sorry.
Sabrina, midway through that second quarter, you guys go down 19, and it feels like the tech on Tosh almost galvanized the group a bit. It's important to cut that deficit to 11 at half, so that's a bigger. It's not as big of a hill to climb. How much does this team lean on each other? And for you were the one that was frustrated about that non-call, but to have Tosh on the bench, have your back, and really be in the ref's ear, how much does that help the team kind of lift up in that moment?
Yeah, as soon as she got the tag, I knew it was going to turn for us, just because we kind of had that, like, energy that we needed. And I think for us, our goal was to try and get it under 10 before half, but being able to see how much we were able to kind of cut the lead going into halftime, the momentum kind of shifted our way, and I think that's huge. Being able to just play through the entire quarter, and obviously when you're down 19, it could go one of two ways. You can keep building yourself into a bigger hole or try and get out of it before it's too late, and really happy to see how we kind of all stuck together and were able to have that momentum shift our way pre-halftime.
Thanks, Seb.